Why is my hair like... I haven't got highlights in. Why is my hair all weird? Okay, we'll crack on with it. So, welcome guys to a My PC Specs video. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I wanted to get everything in place before this actually happened. Okay, so a lot of things have actually happened in the short time that I've actually been doing YouTube. So, I'm kind of going to discuss a few things, and most importantly for you guys to understand what I actually use when I'm recording. So, basically what this is for is basically so if you guys are looking to start YouTube and are looking kind of like towards the higher end of buying in terms of actual YouTube stuff, then this is kind of good for you. For those of you looking to game and just play general games that I play in the settings that I do, this is probably a bit overkill for you because the computer isn't necessarily designed. I am looking up there, by the way, because that's where my stuff is that I'm like reading off. I'm not actually reading off anything, I'm lying completely. That's actually a monitor with my face on it, and I'm just making sure that everything's okay. So this is actually in the way of this at the moment because it's going to be, just because of its position at the moment. Where was I? Oh, this has gone absolutely shambles already. Yeah, so basically the computer that I've got is pretty much made for doing YouTube videos. More particularly editing, rendering, all of that jazz that you will do with YouTube videos. So I'm just going to run through it all and make sure you guys understand exactly what's going on here and what I actually do here, pretty much. That's the main thing at the end of the day, isn't it? So, okay, so let's start off with the actual computer itself. So the computer itself actually sits down here, which is, if you guys can see, let's move you to it. So you're going to move around there. It's actually down over here. So this is the computer. It sits just to the side of everything here. Okay, so you've literally got the whole setup here. There's my computer. There's the new microphone, which I'll get into. There's where basically this is what I'm seeing right now. I'm making sure that all of this lines up for you guys to make sure it's all going really, really nice and that everything's in the right perspective, so it's not all shared on one screen. So yeah, so this is pretty much the computer. It's an absolutely amazing computer, I'm not going to lie. It is really, really good. You probably can see all the mess on my bed. It's an absolutely atrocious thing at the moment. I've been eating all these like Kinder chocolates with the little weird kid on it. So yeah, let's get right into it. So it is a NZXT case. I'm not sure what the actual brand of it is. Well, that is the brand. Actual model of it is, but that's pretty much it. It's got a GTX 1080 gaming MSI GeForce graphics card, which is right in there if you can actually see it. But it's right in there and it's pretty awesome. It also comes with an Intel Core i7 at 6,700 gigahertz. I'll pretty much be putting these up on the screen at the same time. And that's pretty much kind of like how my computer is just there. You guys getting a right full face of me, aren't you? Jesus. I didn't actually realise how far this Blue Yeti would get in the way of my actual recording. Not my recordings, but my actual video. So, there we go. So yeah, it's basically a quad-core i7 6700K processor. So that retails at around 200 to 300 pounds. Really, it's around 200 pounds. I'm not 100% sure what the actual pricing for it is, but I've got it all up on the screen so you can buy it from anywhere out there. So these are pretty overkill. The graphics card's really overkill, and the actual processor is pretty overkill as well. It's a hell of a machine. It is a beast. I'm not going to lie, it is one hell of a beast. I'm going to move it out of the way so the Blue Yeti doesn't actually keep looking at you guys so you can actually see a bit more of me. So it is really overkill. There's a lot going on in there, which is pretty awesome. I mean, the one thing that I have that you guys probably shouldn't need in there is the 32 gigabytes of RAM, because the RAM is really intense. Like, it's great for my rendering and great for everything like that, so it makes my videos produce quicker, which is really nice. And it also helps everything run together. I'm assuming that's how it works, or that's how the processor works. I don't 100% know. So, other things that I can say about the actual computer itself, it's water-cooled. Yep, it's pretty much water-cooled. I wanted to make sure it was water-cooled. If I could, I would probably get it put in mineral oil. If you've seen, like, Linus Tech, or I think those guys have put their computers in mineral oil, it basically preserves it really, really well. So I always water-cool my computer if I can, and if I know how to do it, I would do more on it, because it's just a fantastic way of preserving all of your stuff. I have 3 hard drives. I have 2 terabyte Seagates. 2 terabytes of 2 Seagates. And I have 1 SSD of 250 gig. I think it's 250, or it might be 500 gig. But that's a Samsung one. Now, that's really, really good. the SSD is really, really good just for basically running everything on your computer, like start up to finish. Like it's just really quick. It's just really, really awesome. I mean, like if you guys look into your hard drives and you want stuff that runs fast, do that, but it's not 100% going to make your computer so much better. It's just going to make things load quicker. Other things that I've put up on the screen for the talk about. Okay, so I can kind of like talk about my actual general setup here. So I've got, very, very fortunately enough, when Craig built my computer, for those of you following quite a while, you understand who Craig is. For those of you new to this, Craig is one of our subscribers, good friend as well. He's basically created this whole computer for me, and everything about it is just phenomenal. I'm keep adjusting this, by the way, because I can see my face and it just feels a bit odd just having my face there and no gameplay. It's really odd, like positioned right in the screen. Yeah, so Craig was really, really awesome, and he built my computer. And just a really generally all-round cool guy. I can't say enough about him. He's just really, really cool. But he also, when we were together, it sounds like we've been dating. When we actually met up, he basically bought me these keyboard and mouse. So this is like the Razer mouse and keyboard. So this is a Razer Def Adder Chroma. This retails in at around £70. I'm not sure whether you can get it cheaper, but it's really, really good. It comes with like the 2 buttons on the side, which is really nice if you're just flicking between things, and all of that jazz. I don't use it enough, apart from just kind of scrolling in between videos on YouTube or just going through Google and make sure I go backwards and forwards between pages. And he also bought me this, I believe it's the Black Widow. I think it's called a Black Widow. The whole thing here. That's the Black Widow. Yeah, there we go. It's all good now. Black Widow keyboard, which is a mechanical keyboard. So this is what you hear every time I'm playing the games, because it's mechanical, and that's just how mechanical keyboards work. They make pretty loud noises, but it's just generally quite nice. And that one retails in at around £140, I think. As of when we bought it, I think it was 140. And he also bought me the really nice Razer Matte, which was £17. So yeah, that's really good. It's nice having like a full Razer collection. I did actually, when I was looking for my weirdly enough, when I was looking to get a new computer, I did actually contact Razer. I don't know if they ever got my email. If you didn't get my email, yeah, awkward. But I basically wanted to see if I could get some discount or something on some of these products and promote them, because it's lovely. Their equipment's always really nice, and I've always liked seeing it and using it. So yeah, so that's pretty much my little setup there. Now to the microphone, I'm not going to touch it too much because it will get annoying for you, but this is basically it. You can see all the mess on the bed. But this is basically the Blue Yeti. This was through a lad called Josh, who's on my Facebook page. Really, really nice guy who managed to set me up for one of these. Half price, which is awesome. So I basically got the Blue Yeti mic, which also comes on this lovely mount. But just for like a reference for you guys to understand exactly how this mic is different to my old mic. I've still got my old mic here. It still worked well. It worked really nice. It was a little Konobo one. But look at the size of it compared to this. Like, it's just so small. Like, the width of this is like, it's just like a large biro, and then this is just like one of those large cans of Red Bull you can buy. So, yeah, there's like, the upgrade is huge. I love the Yeti, and this is a little pop filter as well. I bought this pop filter. This was £8 off. I'm gonna move this out of the way. £8 off Amazon. That's including the postage. So it's like £4.50, but I wanted it quickly, so I paid like the extra £4 for it. And basically, it just means when you pronounce your P's and like anything that makes like a popping noise, all I can think is P, because like that. This is really handy because it helps to reduce it because of the filters on it. And then also I've got this arm for it as well. And if you saw my like tweets, you'll understand that my arm actually wasn't that good at the time because it didn't actually fit it. But I think what it meant basically was like, it's 100% not compatible with a Blue Yeti, but it does work. Basically, I don't think this thing works in it. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just some weird like metal thing. I think it's meant to link into something. But I'm just going to snip that off at some point because I don't really care about it. But the Blue Yeti actually fits into it, which is really, really cool. So that's kind of like basically my setup just for here. I do have some big speakers as well. I mean, let's see actually. So if I take out my headphones, let's actually turn my music on, and you can actually hear how loud it will go. So if I put in like, Let's go for like a bass test. I always like the bass tests because they're really, this will probably be really good for you guys to see how loud my computer actually goes outside the headphones. So let's turn it up. Right. This is gonna shake the fucking house, I reckon. Oh, fucking hell. Does it get louder? Fucking hell. Yeah. Fuck me, that did some damage. I'm probably not going to get some nice words coming out of people in my house anytime soon. But yeah, so my speakers are pretty intense. I wish I could have had a nicer song, actually. That was a bit horrible. This is pure bass. So yeah, that's literally it. Like, that's my whole setup. That's pretty much what I do here. I didn't even tell you about the screen. My screen is what is it? It's an Acer P226HQ. Not 100% an amazing screen, but it works nonetheless. And I also have my secondary skin. Fuck me. It's a secondary skin. Why do I keep saying skin? It's a secondary screen called a HP W19. I mean, I think it just means it's 19 inches and it's well, HP, pretty much. That's it. So those are my two actual monitors that I look at. This one I pretty much just use for my Twitch. So when I'm looking at this, when I'm doing my gameplay, I can read your comments off here. Hence, when you see my streams, I look over to the side quite a bit because I am reading your guys' comments. I'm not just kind of like just looking over here for the hell of it. So that's pretty much like the setup I actually use. Weirdly enough, like, I don't actually know what else I could kind of go into for this. I'm not trying to do this in a way that's like, oh, look at what I've got, because that's not my intentions. It's just so you guys can actually see what I do, what I actually have here. Because I don't tend to like doing these videos. I mean, like, they feel a bit odd in a way for me, because a lot of my stuff is just like pure gameplay, and obviously, as you know, that's just where I actually lie. Things that I'm gonna do, basically, I guess I could talk about the change in the future. I'm pretty much set with everything here. I mean, there's only other things that I can do is change my chair, because it squeaks if you listen. There you go. So it's not particularly nice, because if you hear when I die, I sometimes go, like, that happens a lot. Like, there's a lot of reclining that goes on. And the chair's in a bit of a state as well. There's a couple of breaks on it from where I've kind of given it the old people's elbow because I've died or something. And I just generally pick at the sides, so it's a little bit falling apart. But nonetheless, it's a good chair, and I'll probably look to change that up in time. Other things I would probably do, I'm going to get some soundproofing, I reckon. Like, if you see those like foam mats and whatnot, they're actually pretty good. They're pretty cool to use. So I might actually do that, in a way. So I'd have that all, like, on the back, I think, or on the back here. I don't know how it works, but I think what happens is that when you talk and when you do anything, it dissipates because of the odd razors upon the actual foam. So that's always something that'd be a cool idea. And then the monitor, yeah, change the monitor so it's running at a bit more, I think it's like higher gigahertz or higher frames. Like, you're literally getting all this information from someone who's a bit of a spac with computers. I know very general things, but gigahertz, I don't know what that means really. I just know it's hertz of gigs. So that's basically that. I'm trying to think what else I could actually kind of go into here about what you guys would like to know. I guess when I play some games like GTA 5, I use controllers. So I have a Xbox controller already lined up, so when I actually play GTA, I can just put that in there, because it's so much easier for me on GTA just using the controller. Apart from when I shoot, I tend to go for like this weird combination where I have a controller in one hand and my mouse in the other, because the mouse is more accurate and finite, and this one just isn't as finite. So I tend to go for that. Actual game settings, I play pretty much every single game I can on Ultra or Fantastic, whichever is the higher one, because my computer can just do that. It can just play at that capacity, which is really cool and really nice. It's quite nice to be able to do that, because especially in situations where it requires a high amount of I'm just going to say it, computer work, whatever the hell that means to you. It can process it all, and basically if loads of things are falling down, my computer can process it, which means I can run at a higher frames, which means I can probably get some better kills. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's much else I can really go into. I mean, if you guys actually have some more questions or anything like that, do visit my Facebook or my Twitter and basically just question me on there about it. But I've pretty much given you everything that I can. Like, that's literally my whole setup. This is my Blue Yeti. This is me. This is my room. I mean, like, is there anything else I could say, really? Oh, headphones. I didn't even mention my headphones, but I actually Googled them. So, this is my Takstar headphones. These are Takstar HI 2050. There you are. And weirdly enough, I don't think you can buy these anymore. But they're awesome. Like, these are only cost me, I think, about £40. But they're so good. Like, I know people buy, like, Sennheisers and whatnot for, like, £300 or something. But this is really nice. I love these headphones. They're so comfy. They're well used. They're just generally all-round really fantastic. Like, they're just... This is the right-hand side. So there we go. So, like, they just sit so perfectly on your head. And yeah, just really, really comfy. There's no problems I've ever seen with them. They've got really good volume on them. They're just 100% really good, and I don't think you can actually buy them anymore. I actually Googled them earlier, and it's not one of my things, but you literally can't get them. It's a shame, because they're actually really, really cool, and I quite like them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else I could really go into. That's pretty much all I've got at the moment. If any of you guys do want to know more, question me on everything that I mentioned before. Oh, I didn't even mention the webcam. Like, the whole time I've been looking at the bloody thing. Okay, so the webcam. The webcam is a Logitech C90. I mean, like, can you see yourself? Let's see if you can see yourself in my phone. Can you see yourself there? That's you. Okay, you're this Logitech C90, and you sit on this little dude, basically here, and he basically keeps you in place with this little GoPro mount. I don't have a mirror. I should probably get a mirror for this. But that's really cool. That only cost me about £50 in total as well. And that's it. I'm pretty much going to say that's it now, because I can't keep looking at things. Everything's done. Okay, I think I've done everything in the room. So if you guys do enjoy this video, I don't often will. I probably won't do this video for ages now, because everything in my setup is so perfect that I don't need to do anything. Yeah, you guys leave it a like. Let me know what your favourite thing is, and let me know what you think actually I'd benefit quite a lot from. But that's pretty much all I've got to say. Thanks so much for watching, boys, and see you in the next video. Why have I got a Santa beard? And why have I got 500, like, happy stickers? The fuck?